Today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Washington Redskins. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
It may be cliche. But it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. On first down, it's Haskins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Haskins looking to throw on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
This is Gordon. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
57's the mic. Watch 57. All day. All day. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking.
On 2nd and a yard. Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
All day, all day, all day, all day. Hey, watch it, watch it.
Now Haskins on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
57. Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Check.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. That one good for 24 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Go. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And the ball is knocked out and picked up by the Chargers. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week, forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers is not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on, man.
With desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Now Gordon on first down. Past the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Badgley now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. Haskins now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. I can't believe they let you play.
On first and 10, it's Haskins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Kill. Check next.
Haskins will throw. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That throw good for 4. It's second down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Throwing again on second down. Haskins. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Seth DeValve, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point good by Hopkins, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. On first down, Gordon. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On second down now, it's Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for L.A. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
On 2nd and 9, Taylor. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. From 17 yards out, and the Chargers have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put...
And it's a fumble! And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Mike, 55. Check 55. Mike. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs. Sponge. 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 No.
On 1st down, Haskins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Escaping the pressure right, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Mike 51. Got you, boy. I got you, boy. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51.
To throw again on 2nd down. Taylor. They'll roll him out right. Hunter Henry brings it in. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
From the gun, Taylor, flush to his right. He'll run it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here we go. Delta, Delta. To Pittsburgh. 51, Mike 51. Quit talking about it and bring it. Bring it.
Throwing again on second down. Taylor steps away to his left. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
51 to Mike, boy, 51.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Mike 51, you can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. Badgley's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something.
And he loses the football a second time. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Following the fumble recovery, it's Taylor, eluding the pressure right. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
At the 6-yard line.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Hopkins with the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's Ty Long now. He's been terrific so far. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Ready? Mike, 55.
On 1st and 10, Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 2nd and 10, Haskins. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Watch the run. They're running it. Watch twitch. Watch the twitch. Deuce.
Throwing on 1st down. Haskins, complete. Richardson has it. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Shift.
Haskins on 3rd down. Jordan Reed has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Haskins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
No game on this defense, no game. Check.
Haskins going to throw again. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Check 3.
After the sack on 1st down, Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Haskins back to the air. Being chased out left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Raheem Mostert. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Let's go, defense. Out of time.
Taylor. Flushed out right. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Ty Long now, standing just outside his own goal line. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That's taken on the 25. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Gordon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Mike 51. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Melvin Gordon unable to push his way forward. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. He'll look to throw. a quick throw here, that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Back to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up a third down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Undercrush.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Joey Bosa. And that will force a turnover on downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Gordon. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Gordon. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Taylor to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for our visitors, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss.